So this phone, the phone I'm recording this video on right now, has changed pretty much everything about me. I know that sounds like a big claim, but if you hear me out to the end of the video, I think you'll see what I mean. We're talking about the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I'm David, and this is DE Talking Tech. It's all too easy doing what I do for a living to sit in a studio every week and just talk to you about the spec sheets of the phone. That kind of gets tedious and repetitious, and I want more for me, and I certainly want more for you. I want to bring you something new and exciting and different. And then I was sitting in the studio one day looking at my phone, the iPhone 17 Pro Max that I just bought, and realised quite how much power I had sitting there to one side of me. And I wanted it to change me. So it suddenly opened up my eyes that with this phone and a few accessories that we're going to talk about in this video, I could suddenly unlock the doors to the studio and take you around the country with me and show you this brilliant country that I live in, the city that I live in, and just make the iPhone go to work. I'm bored with talking about spec sheets and is there a little scratch and what the colours are like. These phones are bought to be used, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Right now I'm in the city of London, Borough Market if you're in the UK, and I want to talk to you about how I've decided to take the phone that I've got. Now, I've made no bones about it. I do want to buy a camera, and eventually I will probably buy myself another Canon. But in the meantime, why should I wait for that day to come when I've just laid down £1,200 on this camera, phone, whatever you want to call it? Why don't I use this? It's already good. It's virtually professional level. And let's face it, I'm only going to make videos that go to YouTube and shoot photos that some people might buy some prints for. I'm thinking about putting those on my website, by the way, to buy my prints if you're interested in that. So some people might buy prints, and other than that, it's just a jobbing video worker. I just put my videos up on YouTube each week because I love doing what I do and I love talking about Apple gear. But I was getting guilty of not actually using it and just looking at it and just thinking, going over the same stories that everybody else goes over. So that's what we're going to do different today. We're taking this phone out of me, we're putting it to work and seeing just how capable it can be. Now, I know other people have done these kind of videos where they put on $1,000 or $2,000 lenses onto these phones. I don't want to do that. I want to make this kind of a real approach. I'm in the same boat as you. I've always said to you that I'm no professional. I don't know it all. I'm learning as I go. And so as I learn, I want to share that journey, those details, those thoughts with you, and hopefully it'll help you on your journey as well. I get inspired by watching videos about this, and I want this video to be one of those videos that inspires you to go and pick up your phone and go and shoot and go and share and show people what you can do and unlock your creativity. This phone has honestly opened up so much to me. So I've spent a few pounds, a few quid on making this phone better, but nothing outrageous. And I'm going to go through with you now what I consider to be the most important items that I had to buy to just take this phone to the next level. I'm going to start with the hardware first of all, and I've just bought myself a new gimbal. It's the Ronin DJI RS3 Mini. I think I've got the name right. I think it's going to be a great gimbal. This is going to be my first day of using it, but by God, is it a pain to set up. I got in a right mood the other night trying to set it up. So if you're buying yourself one of these gimbals, just be prepared to be very, very patient. If you'd like me to make a video in my style about how I went about setting the gimbal up over one night and one morning, it took me a long time. I think the problem is that the phone is so slim that the balance is really tricky to try and get right. But other than that, I think it's going to be a good purchase seeing into the future, because I want to do more of these videos. I want to be away from the studio. I want to take this phone with me and make it a jobbing piece of kit. So the first thing I bought was the gimbal. And I think, going forward, that'll be great for those handheld shots and walking down high streets. So that was an essential. I bought some Smallrig kit as well. I think 3 pieces of Smallrig kit. The tripod that I'm currently using right now, it's this small travel tripod, because in a few weeks time I'm going to Edinburgh. I'll explain why later on, and I needed to fly and I needed to take a tripod with me. The tripod that I have been using was about 10 pounds. It was heavy. It was about 4 kilos or something, and it was just too big. So I needed to buy something that was compact, small, but still rigid enough and professional enough to do the job. So I went for this nice compact Smallrig tripod that I've got with me now. I bought a phone mount to go on top of it as well. And I also bought a Smallrig cage so I can do some handheld work. So that again helps me be mobile, because all of this kit I'm buying is with the aim to make the iPhone mobile. And the other bit of Smallrig kit I bought was an LED light that I can mount to the top of that cage so I can rig everything up. So that was the tripod and the gimbal. Then the other things that I bought were an SSD. Now, there are plenty of SSDs out there, I know. I went for the Lexar Pro, I think it's called. The best thing about that is the design. It is such a sweet design. I'm sitting looking at it right now. It clips in via USB-C adapter port, and it just goes around the back of the phone. It's quick, hasn't let me down. I'm hoping it's recording this. And it's just a really great bit of kit to use. It's so compact, so easy to use. And you've got various ports. You've got power delivery supply port on it as well. I was just charging it up with a power bank a minute ago as well before recording this. And I can also plug the other bit of kit I was going to talk about, the wireless mic. Now, back at the beginning of this year, I was sent the Hollyland Lark 2 wireless mic to use. It has been just fantastic. Again, so easy to use. It never seems to run out of energy. It's always got battery juice to it whenever I go and pick it out of the box. And so that's kind of my running gun kit. I've got the tripod, the gimbal, the SSD and the wireless mic. Now, the other thing that I wish somebody had said to me really early on was about getting an ND filter. I'm currently shooting this in Apple Log 2, in ProRes RAW, in 4K. Of course, those files are big, that's why I got the SSD. But also, shooting in log outdoors, nobody tells you that you absolutely need an ND filter. In anything other than sort of low light conditions, it just blows out. I don't care what anyone else tells you. So if you're looking to film log, go and buy yourself an ND filter. There's loads out there. I'm using ones that have been sent to me by Reeflex, which brings me back to why I'll be going to Edinburgh in a couple of weeks' time. I'm going to be taking a load of lenses with me. I've got two 2x lenses. I've got a 2x that goes on the main camera. I've got a 2x lens that goes on a telephoto, and I've got a 110-degree wide angle camera as well. I'm in London today shooting. If you want to see some of the pictures I've been shooting, go and look at me on Instagram, DTalkingTech. I'm loving photography, as you know. So those lenses are with me today, and I'm using those more for photography, but I'm using the ND filter, the 1.5 to 5 ND filters on here at the moment, and that is essential. So those are the bits of kit that I think are really, really essential for making this phone into something that's affordable, but professional, and can do a day of jobbing work like I'm doing today in London, and hopefully turn out a professional result no matter where I am. And that's the thing, I want to take this phone with me and bring you with me and just do something different. I don't want to be that same person just sitting in a studio talking about the same things week after week after week. Sure, there's going to be times I need to sit in the studio and talk about Macs and editing software, but when I'm out using this phone, I want you to see just what it's capable of, and without spending a lot of money, quite how good it can be. But because I'm taking so many more photos, my library is getting kind of more messed up. There's duplicates in there, and there's photos I know I want to delete. Sometimes I try to sit down to begin deleting them, but I don't know about you, that's where I get bored. And that's where SwAipe from Reeflex has come in to really help me. SwAipe must be one of my favourite apps from Reeflex. What's SwAipe? Well, it's the best picture and video organiser app that I've come across for the iPhone after years of searching. We all look at our messy gallery on our iPhone intending to clean it up, but it's such a daunting task. I don't know about you, I start out with great intentions, but then just as soon I tend to get bored and give up. But that's why I found that SwAipe helps, because it brings intelligent AI-driven technology to sort, organise and rediscover cherished memories and photos with just a few taps and swipes. SwAipe's AI scans what it thinks are similar-looking videos and pictures based on elements like settings, themes and faces. Then what it'll do is group those together for you to go through. Then in the background, SwAipe tags the best photos and videos with a heart and suggests deleting the lower quality ones or duplicates by marking them with a trash icon. It really is that simple. It's the app's AI engines that make the whole process of sifting through your library so much less painful. All you have to do is click on the 3 dots to delete all of the detected duplicates, or if you prefer, you can manually delete them as you scroll through. And the cool thing is, if you make a mistake, SwAipe lets you go to the trash bin to review, recover, or permanently delete those images. You're in complete control all of the time. What won me over about SwAipe, apart from how simple and efficient it is that it brings almost a playfulness to something until now I always binned off because it's so boring. The Explorer tab lets you search by year, then a simple swipe left discards the image, or swipe right keeps it. And if that weren't enough, SwAipe's AI will also give you an overall score or ranking of your image. It'll look at colour, sharpness, exposure, even the composition. It's like having an expert with you at all times looking at your work. Obviously, this scoring helps you become a better photographer. I tend to get quite competitive with it, and it's almost become a challenge to get better scores. The app will even go as far as suggesting a dynamic album based on those scores, so you can quickly go to that folder to inspire you, and it makes it quicker and easier to share only your best shots to your socials.
You'll also find that the dashboard offers a clear overview of the storage used with easy to understand graphics and a detailed breakdown of the space you've saved by using the app. It goes as far as showing you the total storage and disk space occupied by media type as well, videos or stills. SwAipe is one of those apps that once you start using it, you wonder how you ever got by without it. If you like the look of it, then why not give it a go for yourself by using the code on screen or check the description below. And don't forget, I'll be making a full video over the next few weeks, giving you a complete breakdown about exactly what lenses, ND filters and apps from Reeflex I've been using recently to help make my videos and photos look even better.
So I've spoken to you about the hardware. There's just two bits of software that I'm using today. The Blackmagic app. Everybody knows about the Blackmagic app. I'm not new to that party, I know, but I'd always got scared of using it. And the reason was because I was trying to shoot in log and it just looked blown out all the time, overexposed, because I didn't have the ND filter. Now I've got that, it's opened up everything. Now, I have found a couple of tricks and tips for using the Blackmagic app. I'm not going to go into details about that in this video, but make sure to get subscribed if that sounds like it could be of interest to you. And there's a couple of things to do with ISO settings and shutter speeds, all sorts of things I just want to talk to you about. That's for another video. But I'm using the Blackmagic app now. Everybody knows how good it is. Somehow it's still free. I've got no idea how. And the other app that I'm using today when I'm out and about is from Reeflex. I'm using their Pro Camera app. I'm also using Reheld, and they've got a couple of long exposure apps, both for video and for photos as well. The Reheld is like a handheld long exposure, but the main app that I'm using today for photos is the Pro Camera app from Reeflex, and that does what you'd expect from it, from a name like that. It opens up ISO settings, white balance, shutter speed. It's got exposure values. It's a really good bit of kit, and some of the photos I've been shooting in 48 megapixels just look fantastic. So those are the two bits of software that I'm using when I'm out generally on the road as well. So that's the video for this week. I've just got excited by what this phone can do for me. And I said at the beginning of the video, it's changed me, and it has. I was that person that didn't want to come out. I didn't want to go into town. I didn't want to sit on trains. I was just a drive-in. Now I sit on the train. It's only a 40-minute train journey from here to town. It brings me right into the heart of the city. And in that time, I can sit and look at, I can research what I want to talk about. I can make sure I've got on point in my head, work through script points, and then I'm in London. And that's what the iPhone's done for me. It's opened up this world of being on YouTube for starters. My first ever video was shot on iPhone. I'm back shooting on iPhone now. And it's no word of a lie, without that phone, that camera in my pocket, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I wouldn't have found this zest for life, this energy that I've got right now, just because I bought the iPhone 17 Pro Max. So look, we've just all gone out and spent £1,000 plus on these phones. Use them. Don't cosset them. Use them. They're there to be used. Let this video inspire you to get out there and make some great content. Share it with your family. Share it with friends. Start a YouTube channel. I'm always here to try and help you. I will be getting a camera, but this is doing a great job for me for the time being. Don't forget, quite the power that you've got sitting in your pocket. And don't forget, if you've enjoyed this video, subscribing clearly does help the channel out. But it's not all about that. I want to grow this channel. I want to grow the community, but I want you to come with me. I want you to feel inspired by what you can do. And I'd love to see what you can do.